Something that would offend me more than almost anything would be if somebody said, "Sir, you are not good with a Dremel." I would take great offense to that, because I freaking am good. Clevis on.
Yeah, so these just kind of line up like this.
Right on here. See if it leaks. My workbench, the top of it, I've got a piece of glass on here. So I had a really fine sheet of sandpaper, and I just took the mating surfaces and sanded them really good so that they're flush. Nearly done with the brakes when I realized that was not going to work. So I've got a new brake fluid reservoir. It does require a special line just for the brake fluid. Just to give you an idea, this line alone was $60, which is a joke. I'm sure I could have found it cheaper in a shorter length because I only need that much of it. You know, sometimes you just really get sick of finding parts online and this and that, and then a few of the times when I find some kind of a deal, it's like, cool, it'll be here in 3 months, which is a little too late. New feed lines. So these are actually feed the master cylinder from the reservoir, which is awesome. So I can actually assemble all this. Here's the feed lines. I removed the reservoir, but the reservoir sits here, and these are these feed lines. It's a tight area, so I'm not going to film much in here. I'm going to do one at a time. Here's the old line, and then here's the new one. Okay, new feed lines are in. I just took compressed air and shot it through both these feed lines. Lubricated the inside here. The end of the pin has also been lubricated as well. These boot clamps really aren't necessary, but my old ones didn't have boot clamps on them. These were really hard to put on, so I don't think you need them, but put them on anyway. I've got the master cylinder in.
Haven't connected all the brake lines just yet. New grommets just keeps dirt from coming up into the cabin.
And that's where those feed lines go through. You know, I got the master cylinder connected to the back of the brake pedal.
I'm gonna replace the input shaft seal. Just drained tranny fluid. And then I'm gonna replace the selector rod seal as well.
We gotta find a way to make it stay the same. Oh, we know fans have changed. Take it or leave it, we resist. There's no bucket list, just one close fist.
Got the input shaft seal out, but I got the wrong one as a replacement, so I have to wait for the part. I'm obviously gonna clean all this up before I reinstall. Just stick something in there until I get the new seal so nothing goes into the transmission. As soon as I get that seal, I'll put new transmission fluid in it and clean this and should be good to go. One of the last pieces I was missing to my brake puzzle was this little coupler that connects the driver's side trailing arm line. Some of the brake lines are secured with these clips. It's like a retention clip. Kind of show how this one goes at least. Whoever decided that all wrench sets should be missing a size 11 is an idiot. And I would like to speak with them and their manager immediately. Just a little compressed air just to blow through the lines. Okay. That coupler should look something like that. So that looks like that. And you got, it's gonna have a little bend to it because the arm's gonna be going up and down. This line that I got from the tunnel is not the right length. It's coupling, and I did a flare on here, and now I'm just not happy with it. I just want the correct line. I'm like, I don't want to button everything up and then, you know, this leaks, or I don't know. And this thing's back ordered like a month or something, so kind of sucks. All right, that's more like it. Really happy that I got this in. Okay, so here's my new tunnel fuel line. I showed this in a previous video. Ooh, I do have a new clutch cable too. This is all ready to rock. There's a small flex fuel hose that connects the tunnel line to this line here, which goes up. It comes out the top right here. Flex line comes down to your fuel pump. And this sucker right here was really hard to find. I finally got it. It was just a difficult part to find, but look at that. So real easy how this goes in. Okay, so there's that new fuel line, and that's a new bushing. It's kind of hard actually to get this thing out. That gets a bushing right there at the bottom too. And another easy little job. These old heater hoses are toast, so I'm gonna pull these out and replace them. There's those old ones, and then there's the new ones. Sweet. So I've got the new little rubber pieces to hold the brake lines in place. So those are new bushing, grommet, whatever you want to call it, for the accelerator rod, so that goes smoothly. I added a lot of lubrication to the tube where the clutch cable slides in. Okay, so got the shifter in.
right, there we go. Okay. E-brakes in, shifters in. This gland nut is 460 foot-pounds, something like that, so it's pretty serious. Got it touching the ground here. I ground the end of the socket pretty significantly, and it fits in there really nice and snug. I do not want to round this nut. That would be a problem. Okay, I've got it good. I'm on there good. Yeah. Yes, dude. That's freaking excellent. I grinded that down more than I thought I was gonna need to, but yeah, that worked. So I will replace the gland nut. I don't think you have to. This is actually this gets the wax off your surfboard. I'm gonna use this so I don't pry against the case. Oh, there we go. And there's a V marked right there. Ah, oh my gosh, man. I pull it off and instantly I'm like, I didn't mark the flywheel. And I got lucky twice because the pressure plate and flywheel was marked and I didn't mark them. All the oil on the back of the clutch disc and in the area where the transmission and the motor meet, because of that soft metal gasket that's behind the flywheel. That's what seals that, along with another seal that's a little bit larger. So I'm gonna replace both of those. Got a lot of the work done on the engine. That's going pretty good. So should be hopefully firing it up here soon. And I finally got that tunnel brake line in. I was thinking that might delay me several more weeks. So I'm really, really glad I was able to install that brake tunnel line. So now I can actually just tighten up all of the brake lines and bleed the system, which is great. Since that tunnel brake line is done, I put the, now I've got the shifter in, can pretty much put the seats back in. I'm about done with the tunnel work. I'm gonna mounting up and connecting the accelerator pedal is not really a big deal, but there's gonna be some fine tuning adjustments once I actually have the motor and trans connected to the car. I didn't get the correct seal for the input shaft on the transmission, so once I get that, I'll put that in. Very easy to install that. Taking it out is a hell of a lot harder than putting a new one in. Then I can fill the transmission with new fluid and transmission should be good to go. Alright you guys, thanks a lot for watching the video. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and I'll see you on the next one.